What's up, guys? It's Devin. A little bit of a unique video, a switch up for me today. I haven't done one of these formats for a video in a while, so pretty excited about this one. This is going to be a mail day. I bought two separate lots off of Facebook groups. Kind of wanted to break them down, what I valued them at, what I paid, kind of the cars that are in the lots, and kind of the process I went through. If you are someone who is looking to sell anything that is trading card related, sports cards, TCG, Pokemon. I don't do a ton of memorabilia. I do some stuff with wax, sealed boxes, packs, things of those nature. If you're looking to sell anything like that and you're looking to do a one-shot lot to somebody, I am always looking to buy things. I will put my contact information here on the screen now. I'll have my email, which is the main form of communication, tradingcardbrothers10@gmail.com if you're looking to sell anything. Otherwise, you can hit me up on social media, Instagram, trading_card_brothers, or my Facebook business profile at Trading Card Brothers. All three of those, you can get a hold of me through there. Email would be the best. If you are looking to sell something, if you reach out to me, be as detailed as you can, so I can get an idea of what you have. I can tell you pretty quickly if I'm interested or not, and always it helps if you have an asking price. If you don't want to do an asking price, I'm more than happy to break it down and tell you what I think it's worth and what I'd be willing to pay. Obviously that takes some time to do, but I am more than happy to do that if you don't want to do it yourself. So that's kind of the process. And I will kind of show you what I bought here today. Again, both of these were Facebook lots on Facebook groups. Quick pause in the video. Since I recorded this a couple of months ago, the majority of these two lots have sold, and I've kind of gone through the whole process of selling them all, figuring out what my final numbers are. So if you're curious to see how close I was to my values, was it worth my time, what type of profit margins did I make from buying these two types of lots from the internet, then going and selling them on the internet, on my eBay store, at card shows, whatever it might be. If you're curious about those final numbers, I will have a couple graphics there at the end of this video, which will showcase what I sold them for, what the final profit was, the margins, all that type of stuff. So if you're interested to see kind of how everything came together and how close I was, stay tuned to the end of the video and I will showcase that. Here, back to the video now. Guys were really easy to work with, so I thank them for that. I will go over this Pokemon lot first. This is 19 Pokemon slabs. This is a lower tier slab lot. There was nothing crazy valued. I think the highest valued item in here was $130. Then the next highest was $60, and then the majority were between that like $25 to $45 range. So a lot of lower tier slabs, but it's just slabs that I like to do and have at card shows. I think they move well, and if not, I don't mind posting onto eBay, just because I think some of the characters in these would do well. Obviously, it's going to take some time for me to list slabs, or it takes money to go to card shows. That's one thing that people sometimes forget. Obviously, I am not paying full of what it's worth. I will break that down, but both me and the person who sold this lot and the other lot were happy with the prices, and I took on the gamble, and we'll see if I can make money or if it's going to be a waste of time and money. We'll see. But this first lot, 19 Pokemon slabs, I valued it at $820. That's what I think. Now, when I say value, that's what I think it would sell for on eBay, but that includes shipping. So like if I say a card is valued at $50, that's all in. I think it would sell if you listed it at $50 free shipping, or if you listed it at $45 plus $5 shipping. That's what I talk about, or what I mean when I say that's what I valued it at. So $820 would be full value. I paid, and we settled on $550 for this lot. So the breakdown of that is 67% is what I paid for this lot. And obviously the seller doesn't have to do any work but ship 19 items to me. So I will break it down on the screen. I'm going to show you what I valued it at in the deal. And obviously you know what I already paid. So if you want to do the math and figure it out, go for it. But I will tell you what I valued it at. 2021 Classic Collections from the Celebrations, the Shining Magikarp PSA 10. I valued this one at $50. $50 for the Magikarp. This is a cool one. This is one that I kind of struggled with to value because there wasn't a ton of sales. This one could go higher, it could go lower. We'll see what ends up happening here. This is from 2019 Pokemon Sun and Moon. This is a tag team, Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. I believe this is an alt art version, so it's the more rare as a PSA 9. I valued it at $60. This one could be more. We'll end up seeing. There just hasn't been a ton of sales. That was the second most valuable item in the lot. This is the most valuable item by far. 1997 Pokemon Japanese Team Rocket. This is a Grimer PSA 10. So definitely a cool one here. I valued this one at $130 for the Grimer. And then exact same card, 1997 Japanese Pokemon Team Rocket Grimer, this time a PSA 9. I valued this one at $45. 1998 Pocket Monsters. I think this was the only one that wasn't from straight Pokemon, that it was Pokemonsters. I think everything else is straight Pokemon. But 1998, this is a Pikachu and Togepi as a PSA 6. This one was really tough to value. We'll see what happens here. I said $80 was the value here. I think the only sales I could find was either for a PSA 5 or a PSA 7, and I had to base it off of that. I couldn't remember which one it is. Next up, 2016 Pokemon XY Fates Collide. Umbreon EX is a PSA 8, the full art version. Obviously, any Eevee evolution always does well. Umbreon is a cool dark version of Eevee, an evolution of Eevee. I valued this one at $45. $45 there. This is where it's going to get into the bulk. The majority of these, like I said, are going to be valued around that $25 to $45 range. So that's why if you end up selling these in person, you have a chance to do a lot better. Because as soon as you start factoring shipping, you're talking about a $25 card, $5 of shipping. That accounts for 20% of what the card's worth. So definitely eats into what the potential profit is pretty quickly. So I'll definitely try to move some of these at card shows first, but it all depends. I don't have many card shows set up right now. I think for November I have one, and in October I have one. I have none scheduled for December. So we'll kind of see what happens there. Next Pokemon card up, we got 2016 Pokemon XY Black Star promo from Red and Blue collection. Is that, I believe it's an Electabuzz or Electivire. I can't remember. And then a Jolteon in the background, which is kind of cool. PSA 6. I think this was the lowest condition. That's one in the on the stitch for the Pokemon, or the Pikachu and the Togepi. But PSA 6 there. Obviously, some of the corners and edges had whitenings, but just a sick Pikachu. So I valued this one at $40. So kind of a still, just because it's such a good Pikachu, still was able to value it at $40. Next up, a couple of Mews. Can never go wrong there. This one's from 2017 Sun and Moon Shining Legends, a Shining Mew Hollow, PSA 9. I valued this one at $45. Excuse me. Another Mew, this time from 2000, a little old school here. The Ancient Mew from the Pokemon game promo from the 2000 movie as a PSA 8. I valued this one at $35. Pair of cards from Black and White from 2013. You got Plasma Freeze Absol. This is a reverse foil, PSA 9. I value the Absol at $35 in the deal. Snorlax 2013 Black and White Plasma Storm. Reverse foil on the Snorlax as well, PSA 8. So one tick below the Absol. I said valued at $30. Same cards here. We'll go at them one at a time. Different grades, though. Pikachu from 2013 Pokemon Black and White. Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. This is a PSA 7 for this Pikachu. I went valued at $20. This was the lowest value item in the lot. So $20 on the PSA 7. And then exact same Pikachu. Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection as a PSA 8. This one jumped up to $30. I valued it. Two Pikachus. These are the exact same grade, so I'll show them at the same time. Pokemon XY Black Star Breakpoint Blaster. or blister, sorry, not blaster, from a Breakpoint blister promo. These are both PSA 8s for the Pikachu. I think that's Sylveon, and I don't know who else is on there. My mind is blanking, so I apologize there. But PSA 8s, I valued each of these at $30 a piece. There was a lot of Pikachus in here. That's why I thought the lot was worth it, even for being lower tier items. Typically, I'll be honest, if it's lower tier items like this, $40 and under when I'm at a card show, I pay 50% on those. There's just so much volatility in those from week to week, especially when you're talking about football season. Pokemon, if it's someone like Pikachu, maybe I could pay a little bit stronger just because it's a character that's going to be around for a long time. But typically it's in that 50 to 55% range for items that are $40 and under. This one I just paid a little bit more because the guy had to ship, so I took that into consideration. I didn't want him to have to account for all of that on his own, and then there was a lot of Pikachu. I just think Pikachu moves well, so that was kind of a quick reasoning why I pay a little bit stronger on these ones than I normally do at shows. 2015 XY Black Star promos, Pikachu EX. PSA 8 here on this Pikachu. I value this one at $25. And then the last three are all the same grade and everything. Show them all on the screen there. Let's see if I can hold it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold it like that. We'll hold it. We'll just show it like that. That'll work. 2016 Pokemon XY Generation Radiant Collection. Pikachu. I think that's Generation if I'm mispronouncing what set is from. I apologize. I'm not as familiar with this XY set. Pikachu PSA 8 across the board. And I valued each one of these at $30 each. Now, I do want to quick explain the reason why I say, we'll give this last Pikachu here an example. I said I valued it at $30. Now, if you remember at the beginning, I said this lot was worth $820. That's what I valued it at. I paid $550, so I paid a percentage of 67%. Now, that means this Pikachu here, if I valued it at $30, my 67% would mean I paid $20.10 for this Pikachu. Now, the reason why I typically don't pay that high is because if I sold it for $30 on eBay, and I take away my fees, which is 12% because I have an eBay store and I'm a top-rated seller, so I get a 10% discount on fees. You return $26.40, but you also got to account for $4 in shipping costs / supplies, another 30 cents for each transaction fee to go to eBay. You're only returning $22. That's if it sells at what I valued it at, 30. So typically, that's why I pay 50% on something that's $30, because that gives me a little bit more margin to work with. Spending $20 to make two is not a very profitable business for the amount of time that it takes. But the reason why I paid 67% on this is because I got the Grimer that was a PSA 10 valued at $130 at 67%. And I got some of the other ones at 67% that were valued at $60, $70, $80. So that was the reasoning. Just quick explanation of why I valued that lot. So again, $820 was the total value. I paid $550, 19 total Pokemon slabs there. Second lot, also a Facebook one. This was actually the second purchase I've made with this seller before. I had bought a small lot prior, and then this was the second one. So excited to get this one in and see what I can do with it. Kind of taking a gamble here. Some of these were very tough to put a value on because they didn't have sales of the exact card. It's only sold once in the last 6 months, and it's just like so up and down. So this was going to be a little bit more of a gamble than I think the Pokemon lot is, but we'll see. This is a 6-item lot here. I valued it all at $490. I paid $325, so $325 divided by $490. I paid 66% on this lot. I paid a little bit lower, like I said, because I was unsure, not as confident with my valuations for these, and I'll show you why on some of these. The one at the end was the most expensive of them all, and that was the one that I was most unsure about. So first up, you got a 2023 Mosaic White Sparkle of CeeDee Lamb. This is not a rookie for him. It's just a base white sparkle, but a nice matching team color for the Cowboys. This one I valued at $70. So 70 value on the CeeDee Lamb. Next up is a Jalen Carter from 2023 Black. This is an RPA. This is not his true RPA. Yeah, sizable signatures. So kind of a tough auto to see. He did gray ink there on kind of like a grayish white background. It is numbered 60 out of 99. RPA for him. He is a beast. I valued this one at $40. Allen Iverson, Z-Force, big men on court. This is from 2012. It's a Fleer Retro. This AI I valued at $50. So 50 for the AI. I'll quick evaluate the AI to grade just to see how the condition is. Jalen Carter and the CeeDee Lamb are not cards that I would be willing to put money into grade. The AI would if it was really clean. All right, next up, 3 graded cards to end. You got 2020 Prism Jalen Hurts. This is the SP version, the short print PSA 9 there. I valued this Jalen Hurts at $40. I actually think this one probably had a downtick compared to when I got it and I did this video, because unfortunately he had a bad game the other weekend. He lost to the Jets and he had 3 interceptions, 3 or 4. So I bet his value is down. It's probably closer to 30 or 35 right now. So I'll probably take a loss on that one. Next up is a Micah Parsons 2021 Mosaic pink camo. This is his true rookie from Mosaic. If you're not familiar with Mosaic, they have what I call the true rookie. And they also have an NFL, NBA debut version, which is considered less valuable than the true rookie. So it doesn't say true rookie on the PSA slab anywhere. That's just my verbiage for it. PSA 10 there for the Micah. I valued the Micah at $65. And then this was the big one that was kind of a question mark of value. This is a 03-04 Topps Chrome, which is a very iconic Topps Chrome set because it is LeBron's, D. Wade's, Carmelo's rookie year. So it's a highly coveted set for people who complete sets. This is a Yao Ming X-Fractor as a BGS 95. This is going to be serial numbered 72 out of 220. So 72 out of 220 there on the Yao. Obviously, Yao has a big international collector base. We'll be curious to see if this is something that I can move on eBay at a show. I'm very unsure of what's going to happen with this one. I valued it at $225 in the lot. So it was a big part of the lot. It was nearly half the total value. So that's why, like I said, I paid a little bit lower on something like this because I was very unsure of what to truly value it at. So that was the 6 cards for this one. Again, I valued this whole lot at $490, and then I paid $325, which I said was around 66%. So yeah, that was that lot, and that was the Pokemon lot. Just kind of wanted to break down, show you guys some recent things that I bought, kind of my values on them, the percentages I paid, and kind of just a fun, informative video. If you stuck around to this point, I'm going to give the financial breakdown for both of the lots now that they have sold. The 6-card sports lot I will go with first. This is what the final sales were. They total out to $373. That is all in after fees, shipping, any fee there was, which made me a profit of $48 for the lot. So if you take the $48 that I made divided by my cost of $325, I made 14.8% on my purchase for the sports lot specifically. Pokemon one looks a little different than the sports. Unfortunately, there was a few items that I ended up losing money on compared to what I actually purchased them for. Not what I valued them at, what I purchased them for. Overall, I ended up doing okay on the lot. I still own 2 of the Pikachu slabs. I'm just kind of running this total for you guys as if I lost money on them completely and I sold both of those for $0, just so you guys can see where I'm at up until this point. So I've sold 17 of the 19 slabs. I've returned $661, which means at this point I have profited $111. Now, I paid originally for the entire lot $550. So if you take the 111 divided by the 550, my total profit margin at this point is 20.2%. Now, that will increase slightly because no matter what I sell those last two Pikachu slabs for, those are all profit at this point, because that $111 number, it's already covered the $550 in costs. I've already returned that. So anything I sell at this point forward of those two remaining slabs are pure profit. So we'll see what the final number will end up being. But at this moment in time, I made 20.2% on the Pokemon lot, which ended up being better than the sports lot. I was more confident in the Pokemon lot with all the Pikachus. I was less certain on the sports lot because of the lack of sales, the tough cards that they were, kind of oddball items. So that's kind of everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the breakdown and letting me show you what I valued them at the beginning, what I purchased them for at the end, what I ended up selling them for after all fees, what I profited from, the margins. They were pretty spot on from what I thought. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you're looking to sell anything, I will happily look at potentially buying them from you. Best way to reach me is through my email, tradingcardbrothers10@gmail.com. And I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. Hopefully we can make some deals together. If not, I hope you enjoyed watching the video, seeing some stuff I bought and the breakdowns. As always, everyone have a great day, and don't forget to smile. See you guys.